Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is the Hammered Airsoft Smith. You're the star of your New Jersey weather forecast. I didn't check, but I'd say it feels like it's probably like 45 or 50 degrees out. Very light drizzle, cloudy. I like shooting in this weather, man. I do. It's nice. Anyways, today we're bringing out the WE Gen 5 Warrior. There is one in the chamber, okay, and beautiful gun, man, beautiful. It is absolutely magnificent. It really is. It's a high quality airsoft pistol for a very good price. I'm gonna start off with just by saying, in case you missed the review, there are some minor things that I've changed about this pistol since I got it stock. One is the trigger. I got a Gen 5 WE high kappa skeletonized mid trigger instead of the A1 trigger it came stock with, which is incorrect. I polished the sides, and only the sides of the hammer. Okay. I fitted real steel M1911 A1 rubberized Hogue grips of the slimmer profile variety, and good lord, they are extremely comfortable. I also installed the Angel Custom extended guy rod and plug. There's no crown on the plug, so I just put some paint on the lug inside the bushing to keep it real tight, keep it from moving. And the final thing that I did recently was, it came with an ambi thumb safety, so I took a spare ambi thumb safety, cut the end off, rounded the end with a file and sandpaper, polished it, yada yada yada. Gorilla super glued the gel type the two ends together so they join, and then I used some aluminum black on the end there to finish it off, and it works just fine. Why did I give it a single safety? Well, I really like both the TLE and the Warrior, which are similar guns, and I wanted to combine the two looks, hence the extended guy rod like the TLE and a single side safety like the TLE. I'm not a big fan of ambi thumb safeties. There's nothing wrong with them per se, but they get in the way a little bit, they get a little chunky, and it's just a little much. I like this end here to be flush as opposed to having something hanging off there. Alright. Cocked and locked, ready to rock. Oh. Targets, we have a bunch of targets. Starting from the right, we have a white bottle on a stick. Liquid wrench can, or is it blaster? Doesn't matter, whatever. An Axe body spray can, a Pall Mall red cigarette pack on a stick, a golf ball, yeah, on a wooden block. We got a tiki can on a stick. We got a car mirror. We have a trash can lid, and we have a Pall Mall menthol cigarette pack on the post in the very back there. So we got plenty of stuff to shoot at. Let's see how she fares. The Kimber Warrior and the Kimber TLE Custom 2 Real Steel 1911s were designed for law enforcement, specifically Los Angeles Police Department SWAT. So it's a go-to-war gun, and it's urban combat ready, and it's pretty much Kimber's answer to the Springfield Armory MEU, in a sense. It's a loaded 1911. It comes with everything you need, nothing you don't, and it holds up very well, man. You got your 1913 style Picatinny rail on the dust cover there. You got your Novak sights. They should be 3-dot glow sights or night sights, but they're 2 white dot and a blank post. You got your forward and rear cocking serrations of the Kimber style. You got checkering here, which isn't on the real one, but a lot of people who have the real ones wish they had that. And looking at, you know, the research that I've put into on certain 1911s, I've come to find that these companies for the real steel world do alter the pistols later on. For example, the Springfield Armory Range Officer was usually fitted with a single side safety and did not have front checkering. But if you look around, you could find real steel Springfield Armory 1911s with a ambi thumb safety and checkering on the front strap. Same goes for the Kimber Desert Warrior. Now, you go and look, you could find it with different sights, you could find it with a threaded tip, you could find it with front checkering, you could find it with either ambi or single side safeties. Get some more magazines out. Do our thing. Doing our thing, man. And today, I'm rocking a makeshift tanker holster rig. There's a leather belt that goes across this way. It holds my double mag pouch, my universal holster, well, mostly universal. And then I have a spare sling that wraps around here to support it. So, a lot of people tend to complain about the 1911 nowadays. It seems like they're spoiled by modern technology and they want their striker fired, lightweight polymer pistols. Okay, they want their high capacity double stack magazines. Okay, and they want easy takedown and little to no safeties. And to me, I couldn't give a fuck about any of that. The 1911 is designed specifically in a certain way, and it's meant to be used in a certain way. It's supposed to be carried cocked and locked, condition 1. Many people think that's safe. If you think about it, I mean, they think it's not safe, but if you think about it, when you use this thumb safety here, when you flip the thumb safety up, there's a huge block that blocks the way. There's no way that hammer is going to drop unless the thumb safety drops. And even if the thumb safety drops, the grip safety needs to be depressed enough for the hammer to drop. And on top of that, you need the trigger to be pulled. So how unsafe is that? There was a story about this dude. He had a real M1911 A1. He had it in condition 1. And he was up in one of those multi-whatever parking areas, right? And he got into a conflict with somebody. So he drew his 1911. It fell off the the whatever level of the parking thing that he was on. When it fell, the hammer broke and the gun did not go off. So, I mean, I know there's just one instance, but I mean, that just goes to show you how trustworthy the thumb safety and grip safety and all that really is for a 1911. They complain about the takedown. Oh, it's obsolete. It takes too long. What the fuck are you doing that you can't take a little bit of time to disassemble one of these? It doesn't take that long at all. Are we clear? I've done this a billion times. But, you know, I gotta have a little rant every now and then, a little tangent. So we're empty, right? Okay. And I know this is just Airsoft, and I'm gonna get that a lot. And that's fine. I've been getting that since the beginning. I don't give a fuck. Okay? How long did that take? Not that long at all. So I don't understand this bullshit of how the 1911 takes so long to disassemble and put back together. Airsoft or not, it doesn't really matter. That's a little irrelevant because they do take down very similar. And I'm not boasting or anything. Well, let's just add to it. Why not? Let's just overkill this subject by saying, I have videos of me field stripping a 1911 blindfolded. I have videos of me field stripping a 1911 with one hand and it being my left hand. I'm a righty. So how hard could it possibly be? I think it just comes down to people are lazy, they don't care enough, and they just don't want the proper training to use a 1911 properly. Thumb safety is down, and I'm pulling the trigger, I'm not depressing the grip safety. I can press that all day long, and it will not go off. Just so long as it's properly tuned. Not going off. Put the thumb safety up, depress the grip safety. Not going off. Drop the thumb safety. Depress the grip safety. Oh, drop the thumb safety, I'm sorry. Depress the grip safety. Pull the trigger, and it will drop. It's designed just like any other gun to be operated in a specific way, and if you're gonna be one of those people who says something sucks or something's obsolete or something's a piece of shit because you don't like the way it's set up, it doesn't make it a piece of shit. It's just that you don't want to fucking educate yourself to use it properly. Let's just boil it right down to that. That's exactly what it is. The gun's not the fucking problem. Lazy people are the fucking problem. Just that simple. And if you don't like what I have to say, oh well. Who the fuck am I to you anyway? You probably mean just as much as me as I mean to you. If you're not a typical viewer of my channel. You're somebody, you know, a stray who happens to wander along and sees this video, and you're not a regular viewer, you're probably going to sit there and bash it, and that's fine. That's your opinion. I don't give a fuck. I don't know how many times I have to tell you people that. I do not care. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. It's okay. And it's okay if you're that sensitive, that you're going to be that bent out of shape about what I have to say about people not wanting to learn things properly. It's really what Airsoft started as. Learning. Training. A cheaper way to train for real steel guns. Airsoft guns are not toys, okay? If they were toys, then they would just be everywhere with fucking action figures and you wouldn't have to be 18 or older to buy one. Just be real. Use your head. We're gonna do some one-handed dominant. Oh, another 8-rounder. Do some left-handed next. Lovely gun, man. Easily one of my favorites. And it's so hard, because I get the question a lot. It's so hard to pick one. Well, after the 1918 Doris. The really old looking one that looks like it's a combination between World War I and World War II era. Okay? That one's my favorite, but after that, it's really hard to choose between, like, the range officer or this, the warrior. So we're gonna load some magazines. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's doing alright. And it's funny too, going back to the topic about how the 1911 is supposedly obsolete and everyone fucking hates it. People either love it or they hate it. There's like no happy middle or anything like that. But it's funny, like, depending on where you live, people are like, oh, you know, they're all about Glocks, XDs, M1911s, you know, shit like that. Double stack magazines, 9mm, whatever. And, you know, until their laws change, right? The capacity laws change. You're a law-abiding citizen. You're not a fucking criminal, right? And all of a sudden, it's like, oh, all of a sudden, I'm a 1911 guy. Because if I'm gonna have fewer rounds, I might as well have more power behind it. Kind of, I don't know, man. It's just really silly. And then if the laws happen to change back, which they rarely do, then they'll switch back to the polymer striker fire gun. People are silly, man. That's what it boils down to. That's all. People are a bunch of birds. Well, it's like anything else, really, you know. Don't understand something, you judge it, right? It's just like the easiest fucking thing for anybody to do. It's the biggest cop-out with everything and anything. Oh, I don't understand it, or I don't like it, so I'm just gonna fucking bash it, talk shit about it. Everyone's a follower. It's like, oh, well, James Yeager hates 1911, so I'm gonna fucking hate him. So funny. Alright. So, I'm gonna go for the golf ball. I don't expect you to be able to see the golf ball. But if you're able to see the Pall Mall red pack, the bright red thing, the golf ball is right in front of it. If anything, when I hit the golf ball, you'll probably see it move and roll off the block. Hopefully. And the other thing, too, because the 1911 is designed to be cocked and locked, condition 1, you got 1 in the chamber, hammer back, thumb safety on. When you draw the pistol, there's no thought into it, dude. It's all muscle memory. You draw, and the safety's off. It's that fucking simple. You draw, once you have the weapon on your sight, you drop that safety. Once you know you're ready, drop that safety. It's not difficult. It takes a little practice. Say you're a Glock guy. I know I'm talking a lot, but let's just say you're a Glock guy or MP9 guy, whatever. And you're used to the way that pistol works, which has a hinge safety system inside the trigger. Okay? So that means the trigger has to be pulled along with that safety hinge in order for the gun to go off. Alright, cool, fine, whatever. If you're used to that and you switch to a 1911, or maybe you're just interested and you want to practice with 1911, make sure the weapon's clear. Even in your home, safe direction, everything's clear, blah, 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 blah. And just practice. Draw, take the safety off. Draw, take the safety off. And when you're done, put the safety on, holster it. Rinse and repeat. It's not difficult. Once you get that down, you got the muscle memory. You don't have to think about it anymore. I don't even think about it anymore. I haven't had to in a long time. But anyways, we're gonna get this golf ball, man. Yeah. Third shot I hit it, and the BB ricocheted and went all the way over here. You might have been able to see it, I don't know. Camera doesn't pick up everything, unfortunately. A mag dump? You guys are into the Hollywood shit, huh? You guys want a mag dump? Get you guys wet? Like this gun? She's wet. That was weird. It's getting some minor cooldown. It's rapid fire. What do you expect? I've always been into the 1911, man. Since I was 5 years old, My grandfather, he loved guns. His father loved guns. He inherited some of his guns when he passed away. I believe his father was also in one of the world wars. I could be wrong. I believe he was, because he took back a gun that he wasn't supposed to, and in order for himself to not get in any trouble, he had the firing pin and something else removed. I believe it was a Thompson M1911 or something like that. I don't remember 100%, but what I do remember is getting up in the morning and this man giving me coffee at 5, you know, when people wonder why I'm a coffee junkie now, right? He's playing Mario Bros on his Super Nintendo or his NES, whatever. Oh, I'll be right back. Okay. Comes back with a Springfield Armory 1903. Starts talking about it. Starts educating me a little bit on, you know, 5 years old, you don't really know what the fuck they're talking about, but hey, it was cool, man, because he introduced me to guns, and I had no problem with it. But I remember walking upstairs, and there was a gun case, and inside the gun case, always seeing a 1911 inside a brown holster, the holster that I show sometimes in my videos. Just a standard Bianchi 45 auto holster, leather. And I remember seeing that there with a 1911A1 in it. 1911A1 was a very old, that particular one was a very old GI style one. It looks like it might have seen some action, who knows. And I remember just walking by and just staring at that fucking thing, thinking of how awesome it looked. So I liked 1911s from there. And here's another thing. It's full of education in this video, huh? See, I'm cocked and locked, right? Thumb safety's on the one side, right? And I'm going to shoot left-handed. A lot of people believe, well, this isn't a lefty gun. I mean, how am I going to... Just whip your thumb around, man. That's all. Just whip your thumb around. It's not unsafe. I mean, sure, it's a little awkward, especially with a 1911 like this that has an extended beaver tail, okay? Because it sticks out, and you gotta really kind of weave. I got smaller hands, but if I could do it, you can do it. You know, people say, "Oh, you got little bitch hands. You can't do shit." Oh, well, at least I can fucking use the damn thumb safety on a fucking gun. So that's how I handle that. And again, it is easier with, like, say, a GI model, because you have your GI beaver tail and it's not as bulky and doesn't stick out so much. But these are nice because you can ride high on it, and you should. You should ride high as you can, up onto that grip. And this paddle here isn't just to flip it with ease, it's also for your thumb to rest. You don't put your thumb here, you put it up here. You rest it on that paddle. I believe I got one more magazine. Ooh, an 8-rounder. And, oh, I still got some ammo. Sweet. Another thing people need to stop doing. Stop doing videos where you hand people guns for the first time. You don't give them any instructions whatsoever and you expect them to fire it so they look like a fucking... No offense to them, it's not their fault, but they look like a fucking idiot because then the gun comes back and hits them in the face or something and yada yada yada. Like, there's this one where the chick is shooting a Desert Eagle and it comes back and it hits her in the face and they're like laughing and shit, blah blah blah. It's like, and there's another one, you got this this one chick and they hand her a pump action 12 gauge shotgun, pistol grip, no stock, and she's just holding it at the hip, and when it goes off it flies out of her fucking hand. This shit's not funny, man. You guys are fucking stupid. You guys are like making gun people look like a bunch of inbred, brain dead fucking people. I mean, if you're brain dead and you're all that shit, keep that to your fucking self. Don't put that for everyone to see because people are just... It's just not a good look. It's just not. Like, you don't hand someone something like a firearm that's loaded. You don't give them any instructions on how to be safe and how to actually use the damn thing. It's all about safety, man. It's like people who drive. People who just throw their kids in the fucking driver's seat and go, have fun. No! Fucking give them some direction, a tutorial, something. This mag only has like 2 rounds in it. Here's the last mag. This is the one, man. This is the one. Alright, man. Oh my god. Just fucking love it, dude. Oh, and did I mention viewers' discretion is advised? Sorry, parents. Maybe you should watch your fucking kids. Maybe you watch your fucking kids, you don't have to worry about what the fuck they're watching. Oh. I just want to shoot all day. All day long. I might. I'm entitled to it. It's my prerogative. But there you have it, man. The Gen 5 WE Warrior gas blowback semi-automatic full metal M1911A1 pistol. Just look how wet. It's got about 1,000 rounds through it now, as of now. And that's a little bit of wear that you see. It's just your typical wear, and it wears the way it should. It doesn't chip off. It doesn't look like dog shit. It looks beautiful. It looks the way it should. I can't wait until this thing looks beat. I can't wait until this thing looks like a war horse. I cannot wait, man. I think guns look so beautiful. Depending on the gun. Something like this, utilitarian, they look so beautiful when they're worn. Something pretty, like a Safe Queen, or something along those lines, like something that's nickel plated, chrome, like a Springfield Armory TRP in nickel, or like an Ed Brown Special Forces in nickel or chrome, whatever. Those don't look so hot when they're worn. They look kind of crappy because they're supposed to be kind of gaudy, blingy, and pretty. And of course, function. That's the most important thing. It should function. Yeah, man. Alright, everybody. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. Okay? And I really hope that you stay away from the phonies, the fakes. Don't believe everything you hear. Don't answer every fucking question somebody asks you. It's not their business. It's your life. It's your prerogative. Don't feel like you owe them that. Because you don't. Some things should be left sacred. Even if it's something as little as, oh, what are you doing? And you're tying your shoe. You don't need to fucking explain that shit. You don't. You just don't. And be fair. Be kind. Be safe. You know? Be good. Alright, man. Peace.